So the research I did up there was I was looking at how Google's Vision API produces labels for images that are fed to it. So I was particularly interested in images that were depicting effects of the climate crisis. So drought, flooding, specific climate disasters, think like Katrina, think tornadoes, you know, a lot of photojournalism. Yeah. And I started just uploading these files and seeing what labels were being produced, and also like how it was producing, like what objects it was recognizing, how it was recognizing faces, all of that. Mm-hmm. And I was just cataloging it. And as I was doing that, I found supplemental information that, you know, I found that like the New York Times is already using their cloud computing software that they offer and storing all of their images through that. And so I was like, oh, so this tool is already being used to categorize and retrieve images for the sake of photojournalism. That's really interesting. And later on down the line, I noticed that no labels indicating like understanding of the climate crisis were appearing. So like no global warming, no crisis, no, like these sort of terms were not appearing. But there were abstract, what I referred to as like abstract labels. So understanding that there's, so like the label atmosphere would come up. But there's no, in terms of like vector understanding or like understanding of RGB code, there's no way that the labels would be able to follow the pixels to categorize that, which led me to think that there were some abstractions in the labeling procedure that were coming through, which would imply that somebody was putting those terms in there, and so they just neglected to include language around the climate crisis, which feels obviously really problematic. And, you know, so that's what I did.